If this doesn't get Leonardo DiCaprio the Oscar, I don't know what will. Directed by Academy Award winner Alejandro González Iñárritu, The Revenant is set in the 1820s and stars Leonardo DiCaprio as a trapper Hugh Glass. Glass is left for dead after he is attacked in the wilderness and sets out on a quest for revenge against Fitzgerald, played by Tom Hardy, who abandoned him. This film perfectly captures the violence and savagery that took place during the frontier. We see acts of violence and cruelty carried out by trappers, both American and French, as well as the Native Americans. In the opening 10 minutes, we are thrust into a brutal battle in which is all filmed as a single tracking shot, and we feel fully immersed into this battle. This is a man versus nature tale. In order to get revenge on Fitzgerald, Glass's mettle is tested against the elements, where throughout the film, in all irony, the biggest threat to Glass is actually the elements, not Fitzgerald. In a way, it's about the journey, not the destination. This film also has elements of spiritualism throughout it. We see skulls and Native American imagery. Not to mention that the title of the film in French also means to revert to spirit or ghost. This film is a visceral masterpiece, and it is captured by masterful cinematographer Emmanuel Lubezki. He uses natural lighting to give the film a sense of realism, to make nature appear to be both beautiful and dangerous at the same time. In addition, it gave me a sense that no matter what man tries to create, nothing will surpass the beauty of nature. The acting is all round solid, however, DiCaprio seriously takes the cake for his commitment to the role. When I say he commits, he shows 110% commitment here. In one scene, we see him eating raw bison liver, and in another scene, we see him eating raw live fish. Apparently, DiCaprio is also a vegetarian. His character genuinely goes through the elements here. We see him endure blistering cold conditions, being swept in tides of ice-cold water, and suffering near-death experiences at the hand of rival French-led trappers and the Native Americans. Whenever I saw him cold, I felt cold too. By the end of the film, it's clear he's been to hell and back again. Tom Hardy also gets credit for his performance as Fitzgerald. He was a very unnerving presence whenever he was on screen. Tom Hardy stated that he based his performance off Tom Berenger from Platoon, and I definitely saw the similarities. That being said, Tom Hardy does suffer from what I call the Tom Hardy mumble, in which he kind of struggles to do foreign accents in some of his films. If you've seen The Dark Knight Rises and Mad Max Fury Road, you know what I'm talking about. One thing I will say about this film is, it is a long movie. You're in for a long ride if you go to see this. Personally, I didn't feel bored with it, but I am acknowledging it is a long film, and I know some people may be put off by that. In addition, most of this film is based on a true story. This film does contain some historical inaccuracies. One, for example, is that the real Hugh Glass never actually had a son, and apparently, in all irony, the real Hugh Glass went on to forgive Fitzgerald for abandoning him. This is definitely one of my favourite mainstream art house movies I have seen in a while. In a way, I found it very accessible for a lot of cinema goers. It has something for everyone, I guess. And DiCaprio does give probably the most deserving case for the Oscar nod due to his sheer commitment, both physical and mental, to this film. It is worth seeing in the IMAX experience. You will be fully immersed, and it will only enhance the coldness of the frontier. I give The Revenant a 4 stars out of 5.